My name is Jaylon Riley, starting off with Group's 8 presentation on how to create a resume. I will be using Google Chrome because that's what my computer is. So we're going to start with 10 steps for you guys. Step 1 is to find a job for your resume. So, of course, there's a lot of different websites where you could find these things at. You could search Indeed.com and all types of things, but you would search for your job title, know your skills and your knowledge sets, the salary or pay that you want, and then your zip code to narrow down the area. Step 2 is finding keywords for your resume. Job boards and companies use resume database systems to store and manage many resumes they get. So many of the systems have built-in search engines which you would use. So you need to put in the keywords so you have a better chance of your resume actually popping up. And keywords that give resumes that give them more importance are things like technical expertise, management skills, industry know-how, education and training, where you live, your work, and your work history. Also, when you're starting off with your resume for step 3, you're going to choose your resume format. There are 3 different formats that you can choose from. It's chronological, functional, and combination. So chronological is the most traditional form of using resumes. This format highlights your work in the days, your places of employment, and your job titles. Functional resumes present your work and achievement under a skills heading, which it gives you more freedom to output your achievements on there. And then the third one is the combination format, which is the best of both worlds. So it highlights both your work history and your relevant skills. So today we're going to be using a combination resume format for you guys. And first, you need to start with your resume heading. And there's a correct way to do it, of course. So you would start off with your name, your first and last, your address, and make sure it's a valid address or a P.O. box if you have a P.O. box. Your phone number, which it could either be your cell phone or your work phone, whichever one works best for you. A fax number, if applicable. Your email address of your most used email, and please make sure it's a professional email address. And your web address or social media network profiling, such as Facebook or LinkedIn, but make sure it's a professional social network site.
Step 5. Your resume job objective. Learn the pros and the cons of having a job objective statement, how to write a good one, and some good options for not having one. For example, it's good to have a professional title. In case of the sample functional resume, the job seeker is well established in his field as a construction dispute consultant. He has earned the right to call himself by that title because he's been doing it for so many years. By using a professional title instead of a job objective statement, he presents himself with a greater authority and at a higher pay grade. That is not a wannabe, he is a construction dispute consultant. That's a much more confident stance for negotiating the job title and salary. Step 6. Your summary of qualifications. If the employer reads only that part of your resume, does she get the very best of what you have to offer? Find out how to make your summary shine. Step 7. Your work experience. Know how to write your work history on your resume to make the best of it. Even if you have a tough problem, in this step you'll learn 1. How to explain unemployment on your resume. 2. How to overcome age discrimination with dates on a resume. There are 4 things to explain unemployment on your resume. 1. Listing only years, not months, when writing dates for your work history. Using years achieves 2 things. It makes it easier for the reader to quickly ballpark the length of time you stayed at each job. It conceals gaps that happen within a span of 2 calendar years. 2. Explain the gap if you have a period of unemployment that spans 2 calendar years or more. Consider everything you were doing during that time, such as travel, volunteer work, internships, training, family projects, and if possible, present them so they're relevant to your job objective. 3. If the gap in your work history is not relevant to your job objective, explain it honestly with dignity. Don't refer to illness, unemployment, even if it's clearly due to a recession and rehabilitation, because they suggest that you might be a high-risk job seeker. 4. Call this section work history or history if you included unpaid job titles in your work history. You don't want to use a heading like professional experience or employment history because professional and employment both imply that you were paid for the work you did.
Your resume and achievement statement. The achievement statement says up for whether you're worth hiring or at least interviewing for the job. Same time on this part, so you use your resume realistic wisely. In the statement, you want to persuade the employer that you're worth hiring and that you benefit for this job. In the education section, you need to put how many college degrees you have or no degree at all, and also your high school diploma. Community service and outreach on your resume. This is where you put the volunteer service and other things on your resume. It will also persuade the employer that you're the person for the job and not no one else. You don't want to lie on your resume because they can run your social security number and everything and find out whether or not you're lying. So in the education part and the achievement statement part, try to put as much steps as you can. Just do yourself. If you can't get a job, you try to get another job from somewhere else.